You smiled politely at the stranger in the thrift store. Now he thinks you're his. The thrift store was a quiet museum of forgotten things. Maya was thumbing through old vinyls, the air thick with the smell of dust and paper. In this maze of memories, she felt happily lost. That's when she felt Ita stare. At the end of the aisle, a man stood watching. He was dressed too neatly, his smile too wide. She offered a polite, small smile back before turning to the records. Go away, it prickled at her skin. She moved to the clothing racks, trying to shake the unease. The store suddenly felt less like a sanctuary and more like a trap. Peeking through a gap between faded coats, her stomach dropped. He was in the next aisle over, still smiling that same empty smile, still staring directly at her. Her breath caught. She quickly ducked behind a towering shelf of chipped teacups and dusty vases, her heart hammering against her ribs. She waited, counting to 10, then slowly peered around the edge. He was gone. A wave of relief washed over her, but it was cold, and the air around her felt colder still. She turned to leave the aisle and gasped. He was right there, standing silently behind her, impossibly close. His smile stretched wider, a grotesque caricature. "I saw you smile," he whispered, his voice a dry rasp. "It was just for me, wasn't it? A pretty smile like that." Maya was frozen, pinned by his dead-eyed stare. He slowly raised a hand, not to her, but to a chipped porcelain doll on the shelf beside her. He stroked its cracked face. "A new owner," he murmured, his gaze snapping back to hers. "Someone to take them home." A scream ripped from her throat. She shoved past him, sending lamps crashing to the floor, and burst out the front door, not stopping until she was locked inside her mom's car. To see if he was in the window. A week later, a small brown box arrived. No return address. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Inside sat the chipped porcelain doll from the store. A handwritten note was tied to its neck. If you like scary stories, follow for more.